We are Shadow Systems, and that word systems means something. It means that we want to think through all of the use cases and all of the applications and all of the tools that you might need to protect yourself. One of those is pepper spray. Pepper spray is a very popular product for a reason. Some people don't choose to carry a gun, that's just not for them. And they'd like to have an option that can be extremely effective in protecting themselves without some of the risks of accident that come with a firearm. It's also true that pepper spray is useful for people who do carry a gun. We think it's important to have tools to de-escalate, create space, and avoid having to use a firearm. Not everybody needs a bullet, and pepper spray can be a really effective way of creating some space and removing yourself from a dangerous situation. How effective is pepper spray? Well, if you look at the statistics that are published by the NIJ, it's about 90% effective in enabling police officers to make arrests, and only about 1 in 15 people have a serious adverse medical reaction to pepper spray. So the risks and the stakes are just much lower than they are with a firearm. The products that we're looking at today are the first release of the NL line. We have the NL2, which is a very compact unit, 18-foot range, belt clip, very at home in a pocket or a purse or a backpack, of course with a spring-loaded safety cap and a very accessible actuator. The largest format is the 9.2 ounce NL3 model. This is the one that you keep behind the front door, or you carry with you in the woods, or potentially in the closet. It also has the ability to mount the night fire handle. The night fire handle is Shadow's view on what ergonomics should be on pepper spray. So it points very naturally, it has Shadow Systems texture on the sides, and it also has a provision for mounting a light. No one has really done it like this before. Any half-inch barreled light will mount effectively in the clamp on the side, and it can be mounted on either the left or right side. The nice thing about this setup is if you shoot thumbs forward, that light is in the right place. The bottom button on most pen lights is accessible with the non-firing thumb, so your primary hand thumb will actuate and your non-firing thumb will depress the bottom of the light to illuminate. I do want to highlight that the night fire handle assembly from Shadow will fit other brands of pepper spray. Many brands use the same dispenser at the top of the canister. You can identify the one that we use because it ends with the patent number 853. That's marked actually on the collar at the top of the can. You can also identify similar ones because they'll usually have a flange here on the bottom. So if it looks like ours, it probably fits. You will take the two halves of the handle, you'll have to release the elastic that retains that safety, and then you'll apply the two halves of the handle over the canister at the top. You can add a little bit of super glue to the bosses inside the handle, which will then permanently attach them, but in most cases it fits pretty tightly and that's not really required. After you've made the connection between the two halves, the elastic retainer can be reattached to the hooks at the bottom of the handle. You optionally can add the light, and all of the hardware needed to mount the light is included in the assembly. Overall, we think pepper spray is a critical tool in the arsenal, and now there is a high quality unit out there that we can stand behind. This is one way for you to reduce the probability of having to use a firearm or taking someone's life. It can be the difference between a permanent, life-changing event and a simple altercation that ends relatively peacefully.